Hello, Scott. What is this? This is a toy that my daughter Allie bought in 2011, and she has purposely kept it outside the entire time. She's trying to get it rusty like a real truck. She's 35 now. I love this thing. It has the patina. Anyway, I just wanted to say a couple words about where I am in as far as the project 3 of the SASP. I have gotten to the point over the years where I was a bit like disappointed in the all 31 of the recorded tracks, besides the ones that didn't get released. But it usually came along the way of, oh, I should have done that. That would have been a great part. Oh, this lyric would have been so much better. It's like, oh, you know? There's a few that I say no, that worked out perfectly, accidents and all, just, but, so, after doing the first two SASPs, which I knew were just kind of like drafts, you know, I kind of got over completely putting myself, naked out there, lyrically. And I can't really listen to it that much. And, the second one was more like the very first stuff that I started to record on the phone, which was kind of attached to some kind of like, odd DG thing that I was doing. You can tell. There's a few of them that are different, but the first and the last one, Julie and Life Rolls On. But so I started doing, back in January, started writing for this year, whatever that means. But I just got to the point where like I was, and I'm recording it now on my iPad on the old app, the music app that I was using before, but it doesn't allow drums and bass anymore. And I'm just playing early morning, like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. I do a songwriting session every day, and most of the times I'm just composing like the dual guitar parts and trying to figure out what it is that, and where to let up, when to let out. So then I started realizing that I don't really like some of the song structures, and I'm not going to even go into the lyrics. There's a few like before, but I'm trying to like open up into different parts of things, and I'm kind of like heading back into the psychedelia in a way, but my main thing is to have a power poppy feel to it all. But I've also written about 4 or 5 songs that I constantly go over that sound like you. To be completely honest, it's like, oh, that's cool. So I'm just trying to make the lyrics fit well and to absolutely exemplify what it is that I'm trying to say. There's not a lot of ands or justs, that kind, all those filler words. I'm just trying to figure it out and not to come over as like overly intellectual. So that has set me back. This is now what, August 6th, and I haven't really, besides 2 or 3 of them, have put them onto the Tascam. But when I have, I've completely abandoned one, just because it just seems too ordinary and like it's been done. So I'm actually like editing even after I've written a whole set of lyrics, and on a few they were upbeat and I slowed them down. And so that's where I'm at. I mean, I definitely have 7 that are near completion, but there's at least 3 or 4 of them I might go back and try to give it a little bit of depth of some sort or another. But most of the times, every day, I am actually practicing guitar, which I have not done like this, I don't think, ever. It's been 7 months of hour or 2 every day, so I'm happy with that. And as far as your heroin or my heroin addiction, yeah, I don't know. That's the way I want to put it. I don't think I ever really wanted fame. I definitely wanted recognition, but I I just had this thing. I suppose that even with it being as outgoing as I am a private person, and I really don't want to share a lot of parts of my life. And I do get prompted when I hear, Eaton is putting out something new, and Kevin Robertson just recently put something out new, and then Michael Carpenter put out a new single that's more power pop oriented, but he has the capacity, and he can play anything, anywhere, in any genre. So it's like, okay. So that's and that prompts me to move forward and to go on. And I find myself comparing my new stuff to everything that I'm hearing, but I still really don't go to a older song or a band or a sound that that I have on my iPhone, iTunes. So I just I've never done that. There are things that you bring up, like on your live videos, that from bands I've never heard of, and I would say that 80% I haven't ever heard of. So every time I find something that I like, ooh, that's really cool, I kind of go back and I experiment and I see it. And the last part of all that was that I think that with the school now with LA, that I am definitely trying to notch up my game. You can't do power pop on unless you're recording it, like a drummer, a bass player, a guitar player, getting that happening. But you really can't go from scratch, because you're never going to get the drums the way that has some life to it. I mean, you can try. It's called quantizing, where you take part of the drum track and slowly or just change the tempo ever so slightly, like a human being would. But nonetheless, so I think I'm just at the point where I'm going to do my guitars, the 2 or 3 pieces of guitars and vocals, and if there's harmony, I will definitely put those on there. And if there is definitely written counter melodies or whatever, I will probably just try to keep it, with a Hammond organ, or an organ or something along that line. I'm not really into putting on the bass yet, so that's kind of where I am. So I'm deconstructing everything and hoping that I can put it back together at a higher level than I am. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the truck. I will talk to you soon. Miss you madly sometimes. Oh, and as far as the DJ thing is concerned, it's just I think Sue messaged me, and she's trying to take care of the family business thing, and so I'm just not going to push. I mean, everything I think is available to get done. For me, I don't see a deadline per se, but as soon as everything gets done, I will compile it and send it off. So as long as you guys aren't concerned too much about a timing aspect, I have done all I can do at this point until I compile everything. But I'm not worried about it, and I hope no one else is either. Okay, lots of love. Talk to you later. Bye.